Hi friends, it's Stephy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my prom experience, but mostly I'm going to be talking about how I ran for prom queen. So yeah, let's just get started with that. So I decided that I wanted to run for prom queen just to see if I even get elected. Now I was not popular. Barely anyone knew me in that school. The only people who actually knew me from that school were people in anime club, and people in my shout class, because that was a really popular class, and people that were in my after school matters thing. So those are the only people who actually knew who I was, and plus my friends. So I was just hoping, maybe I could win. So I made myself a nice poster because our prom theme was The Great Gatsby. So I made a poster all nice that had my picture on it, and it was Great Gatsby themed poster, and I posted it all over the wall. And actually my prom poster was the first posters on the wall before everyone else put theirs on the wall. So I was actually kind of hoping that, since I was the first one, that people would actually see mine first. So, yeah, I was going for prom queen. When it came time to voting, a lot of my friends was like, how do I say it? When everyone was in line to go and vote, because we had a vote in auditorium, a lot of my friends, after they voted for me, they were like in the line trying to convince other people to vote for me, which was really sweet of them, but I don't think it worked because they already had their heart set on someone else. And it was one thing that was kind of funny is there were these two girls who all last minute decided to run for prom queen, and they came up to me and they asked me to vote for them, and I'm like, well, I'm voting for queen too. So and actually, one thing about the prom ballots that I thought was kind of unfair is that, okay, so you had to have a deadline on whether there was a deadline to sign up for prom queen and king and princess and prince and stuff. And so they already had printed them out, but there was like some people who wanted to be, on that ballot last minute, and then they let them be on that ballot last minute, and I thought that was kind of unfair because one, they didn't have any posters up and stuff, and they didn't work hard for their campaign, and they just got their name put in on the day, like not typed in, they got their name written in, and I thought that was kind of unfair. And then so those two girls came up to me and were asking me to vote for them since they're a last minute plug, and I was like, I think that's unfair. But anyways, I thought it was really nice. I think my friends told me that some teachers actually did vote for me, which was pretty nice. I actually didn't know that teachers could vote too. So on the day of prom, I was really hoping to win queen. They did prince and princess first, which actually prince and princess isn't an electoral thing. It's a lottery, which I think is kind of stupid. But so whoever wanted to run for prince and princess, they had to put their name in a little hat or something, and they pulled out a person's name, and then that would be prince and princess, which I think is fucking bogus, but whatever. And my friend won princess, and she already had a crown on, so she took her crown off, and she went to go get the crown that they had given her. So she was the princess, and then when it came to queen, because they say queen last, I was like, everyone was like in my table hoping that I won, and I didn't win. Actually, a girl who was in an IB class, which IB is like a college course class, or like a very hard class, which is basically the very smart people, which I actually didn't mind she won because she really deserves it. But my friend just told me that there was this one girl who was running for prom queen that got super pissed off. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, you didn't win, but you don't have to get mad. Like, it's just the crown. But since I didn't win, one thing about my table that I sat with that was really sweet that they did was, so since my friend won princess and she had an extra crown, she announced at our table, even though she didn't win queen, she's still queen in our table. And then she put the crown on me, and I thought that was so cute and so like really nice of her and my whole table to applaud me of being their honorary queen. And I still have that crown, but it was really nice that I technically still was a queen to them. And yeah, that was like a very good experience that they just elected me their queen. So, and I wore that crown for the rest of the prom, and it was nice, and I still have it, and it's like a memory. And prom was okay. I didn't have a date. I was the only. I'm gonna tell you this. I was literally the only person, well, not only person, the only girl at that prom who did not have a glittery, sparkly dress. Everyone had some sort of glitter or sparkles or sequins on their dress, and my dress did not have sequins on it at all, which made it kind of like different than everyone else's. And also, I didn't have to pay like $300 or something for my dress because I got it for free. There was this like a glass slipper project around my area, and you know, in high school and even in parts of middle school, my parents are having trouble, you know, financially, so they couldn't afford to get me a prom dress. So the next best thing for me to do was to go and to that glass slipper project, which I did get a dress that I wanted, kind of what I wanted. I didn't really like how I looked in it, but it had long sleeves, and that's basically the only thing that I wanted of the dress was long sleeves. I wish I had a better dress with long sleeves that was actually more pretty, but I still have that prom dress, and I want to lose weight to fit in it more better than I did at prom, but I still like it. I still have it. It was like a navy blue. It had a sheer navy blue sleeves with like a silk cuff, and then it had like a fake kind of corset thingy, and then on the bottom of the corset thing where the waist were stopped by the waist, it had like a little bit of a ruffle on it, and then the rest I had like a very slick down, maybe, you know, dress kind of thing. And then like the chest area, I kind of opened a little bit, and I also had ruffles on the edges. If I have a picture, I'll probably show you guys. But and my hair, my hair and makeup got rushed. Now back then, I didn't know how to do my makeup like I do today, which I actually think my makeup today looks pretty awesome. But I didn't know how to do makeup like this yet. I wasn't practicing as much, so it didn't look. I couldn't do my own makeup, and I didn't know. I still didn't even know how to do my own hair. But I had to ask my cousin to do my hair and makeup, and I was in a rush because I had to meet my friend at her house so that we can go. But I actually didn't know how I wanted my hair to be, so I just said do it to the side, which, okay, it came out nice, but I originally did not want my hair to the side. I wanted it down. But we were in a rush, so I just said do it to the side. And my makeup was pretty simple, but again, I just wished it was better. Like, I want to redo my prom. I actually hope to have a prom party or a prom themed party at my house one day for people who never went, for my friends and family and whoever else never went to their prom because they decided not to, or they were pregnant or whatever, didn't like their prom or had a bad experience, or just overall want to have another prom party, which I do. But yeah, that was my prom experience. I didn't have a date. I just went with my friends and their dates. I was like the only one at that table besides two other guys that didn't have a date. Actually, the guy I wanted to go to prom with, he didn't go to prom at all, so yeah. But the food was amazing there, except everyone did not like the dessert, which was a cheesecake, but I liked it. I liked everything there. Everything was really nice. It was all fancy. It was nice. It didn't really seem like a Great Gatsby thing, though. They didn't really do a good job. Whoa, I'm orange. They didn't really do a good job at making the place look Great Gatsby-ish. Like, not the place, but the decorations did not look Great Gatsby-ish. And I kind of wish that I went to prom committee more often to help. But I was running anime club, so I couldn't really go to prom. It was at the same time. But we danced a lot and some drama happened, but that's just not my drama to tell. So but I enjoyed it for the most part. I do have some souvenirs. I like took some of the centerpieces for myself because I wanted it, and yeah. So that's my prom experience. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below your prom experience, and if you didn't have a prom, would you like to come to my prom party one of these days if I ever decide to have one? Like this video if you enjoyed it. I would really appreciate that. And please subscribe if you haven't, and you can click on that bell button to get notifications when I have a new video up. And until next time, bye.